Welcome everybody. We are rehearsing again online. It's good that you can join us, and we're going to start as usual with our warm-ups. So if you can stand, put everything down, making sure that you're standing tall and straight. Maybe give the shoulders a little bit of a roll, just to loosen things up, forwards and backwards. I'm going to look over one shoulder, just giving the neck a bit of a stretch. Slowly coming around to the front, over the next shoulder, and then slowly around to the front, and we'll repeat that. A little bit of a stretch and a pull, and slowly moving, not fast. And again, feeling that stretch, and back to the front. Okay, this time let's try and move not just our neck but our torso, our trunk. So we're going to imagine we're looking behind us. So look behind you. What can you see? But again, the feet are staying still, okay? So a good twist all the way around as far as you can go. Feel all sorts of pulling. And back to the front. And one more. Another twist. And to the front. And another one. That's good. Right, give everything a big wiggle. Kick out your legs. Okay. Now then, let's look at some breathing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to imagine that we're smelling a flower, okay? And as we breathe in through our nose, we want to think about that sensation of a beautiful perfume coming from the flower into our nose and then into our throat, okay? So make sure that your throat is open. So maybe you can do a bit of yawning first. Did you feel that little, you might have heard a little click as you open the throat. Okay, so let's try the breathing in. Imagine you're holding a lovely flower into the nose, into the throat. Okay. As you do it again, think about what is the temperature of the air. Is it a warm summer's day, or is it a cold day? Is it a snowdrop that you've picked up, or is it a daisy? Let's try again. And out. Really think about the concentrating on the air going down through the nose into the throat. Let's do one more. And out it goes. Okay. Right. We're going to do a vocal warm-up now. And we're going to be moving through some sort of a scale, but again just kind of adjusting each step of the scale. So every time we're going to come back to the starting note. Let's just have a go at this. I'll show you what we're doing, okay? And we'll just start with an R. So everything's forward and thinking about the resonances in the front of your face. And the next time we do it, we'll add some consonants. Okay, so have a listen to this. So you can see how it goes up and then comes back down again. It might be a little bit high for some of the lower voices, but you can start the octave below because it's a G that we're starting on. So you would start on this note, you'd be down there and you'd be singing ah, 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 okay, and so on. All right? In fact, let me just do one with the lower voice pitch so you get an idea of it. Okay, so that's how it would work with the lower voices. Okay, So what I will do as well is, as we're singing, I will put the interval on the screen, and that should help you to mentally think about what you're doing. But every time, the stepping up is in the in-between note. The scale pattern is in the in-between note, and we're only going up to an interval of a sixth. So we know the interval of a second, do, re, do, or do, re, do. Okay, we know that. And we know the interval of a third, do, mi, do. In the same way, an octave up, do, mi, do. And then we haven't learned a fourth yet in our sight singing, but it's just, if you think of the stepping up, you'll be fine. But a very well-known tune that starts with the interval of a fourth is Away in a Manger. So if you think, away, yeah, or away, that's your fourth. Do, or okay, so that's your fourth. I'm not going to give you the signs for that yet to confuse you, because we haven't learned that sign. And then of course we know this, the fifth. I saw do, so, do, or do, so, do, yeah. And then the final interval is a la, okay, which we have learned. Or so, and again, it's a bit of a tricky interval, because as intervals get bigger and bigger, it is harder to pitch them, because they're not sort of the notes aren't sitting close together. But it is something that, you know, we do sing obviously clearly in our music. The interval of a sixth you can also help to pitch if you think of the song My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean, because that starts with an interval of a sixth. So my Bonnie, yeah, that's a sixth. Da, da, okay, or do, la, okay, or do, la. So that's maybe will help you with just those tricky intervals. So we go all the way up to a six and then back down again. So let's do it together. I will sing with the upper pitch first, and then I'll sing again with the lower pitch. So just scroll ahead if you'd rather sing with the lower pitch. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Good. 2, 3, 4. Good. So you can go back and go over this as many times as you like, and it's really quite good for just gently warming up the voice. The other thing that it's good for is thinking about what's happening as we move between the notes, and we want to be very careful not to be sliding. So we don't by the time we get to our sixth, we don't want to be going you know, and sliding up there. So again, what I've said before on many occasions, it's about imagining the note in your head. It's almost like singing the note in your head before you get there with your voice, so that you're bang on the note, rather than just kind of, you know, tentatively groping for it in the dark. You know, you need to have that certainty. And the other thing is not to kind of suddenly punch it out. Okay, so it's not it's keeping it all nice and smooth. So imagine it's like just a very gentle phrase, each of those little movements. And so on. And keeping nice and tall, keeping the neck lifted at the back, especially as you get to the higher notes for the upper voices. Okay, so I think we'll leave that there, and you can just go back over that as you want to, and I think that's quite a good exercise for us to use to go into the rest of our singing today. Well done.